Hey everybody, Thoughtful Husband here. I'd like you to think of a problem, something that you're trying to solve, something difficult, somewhere in your life where you just feel stuck. Okay, you got one? Ask yourself, how many times have I tried to solve this problem? Better yet, how many times have I tried the same damn thing and it still doesn't work? Now, why haven't you been able to solve this problem yet? I mean, chances are you might not even be thinking clearly. When people get stuck, they're not thinking, they're actually reacting. That feeling of being stuck probably feels like some sort of mix of frustration mixed with hopelessness, you know? And I hate that I keep doing the same things over and over and over again, but I don't know what else to do and I don't want to give up. Well, let me suggest something to you. It's called observe and adapt. But let's start with observe. Now, you might think you already know everything about your problem, but if you did, maybe you'd be able to solve it, right? Maybe now's the time to get some distance from the problem. You know, getting stuck is like trying to see smog. You can't see it until you leave the city and you look in your rearview mirror. And Viktor Frankl famously said, between the stimulus and the response, there's a space. And in that space is our power to choose our response. And in our response lies our growth and our freedom. So let's get some space. Well, how do you do that? First of all, leave the city, leave the house. I know this sounds simple, but you'll be amazed at how clearly you can see things by getting out of your routine. I have known countless stuck people who take a long weekend to get some space for themselves and gained a sense of clarity. Just getting some physical distance just allows you an overhead view of the problem. Secondly, become an observer. Now this means to take a break from actively trying to solve the problem and just observe for a while. Just pay attention. Ask questions. Ask yourself, why are things one way and not the other? Kid keeps acting up and you feel like you've tried everything. Try taking a week to just observe the kid. Just watch him. Pissed off at the spouse because there's something irritating between the two of you? Why not just take a week to just observe and just ask questions? You got a difficult coworker or a boss? Just sit back and watch for a bit. It's just a week, right? Just notice what's going on. Just notice what's going on. Notice any emotions that are getting provoked and just try to understand, what's going on inside here. And ask yourself, what is the reality of this situation? Like, can I define what's actually going on here? Can I see the game? Can I see behind all of the things that are frustrating me? Okay, that's observe. Now that you've observed, that you've taken that week, now it's time to adapt. And adapting is deceptively easy and simple. All it means is that you're focusing all of your energy on what you're going to do next and zero energy on what's wrong with the job, the kid, the friend, the anything else. To adapt is to ask, well, how can I adapt to this? What can I do about this? So to start, let's see if you can change anything about how you operate or how you engage with this situation. Change is always the best first option, because if you can change something, if you can actually solve it, if you can make it better, great, problem solved, awesome. If you can't, if there's nothing to change, then the second thing you can try to do is you can accept the situation as is. Now, accept doesn't mean that you like or you approve of what's going on. It just means you finally decided to live with it. And finally, if you can't change it and you can't accept it, you should leave it. That's the third option. Well, this means you should at least get some distance from the problem, maybe possibly even cut off all ties to that problem. There really aren't any other options. You change, then you accept. If you can't accept, you have to leave it. And let's face it, you may have to choose from two or more bad options. That's often the case when you get stuck. Well, which one is worse? Which one is better? Remember that doing nothing is still a choice. Also, remember that the cost of putting up with this shit is hard to measure. How much pain have you endured over the past few weeks, months, years of just putting up with it time and time again? How much pain could you have saved by just making a different decision months ago? Well, are you ready to do something? I mean, if not, ask yourself, why am I avoiding solving this problem? Remember, not making a decision is still a decision, and it's usually the worst one. Otherwise, you wouldn't be stuck. Well, I hope I've been helpful today. Love you guys. Take care.